This week in Hypixel Skyblock, a few things happened, and in this video I'll be covering most of them. Also, we require over 2.2k subs to reach 30k before April 14th, which might not be possible, but let's go out with a bang. So everyone watching this vid, please sub, cause I wanna get close to 30k as much as possible. Also, Terminator giveaway at 30k. Now, the biggest news is that we have confirmation that the Foraging update is actually moving steadily. And here are the major things that will be added. There will be a new island called Glacite with 3 sub-islands. Please sub. Now, a quick Google search shows you that Glacite was a sea nymph. And we all know that Foraging and sea nymphs have no connection at all. But basically there you'll be able to share trees. So if you help someone break 10% of a tree, you'll get full rewards. Now, why would you need multiple people to cut down a single tree, you might ask? Well, cause now you need to use different strats based on the tree type. Like for the fig tree, you need to cut the branches first and then the trunk. There are also gonna be trees that are so big that you'll actually need to throw your axe to reach them. Yep, there's also axe throwing now. Also, if you don't follow the strats, you will get a penalty. Like you'll only sweep half the logs. Now what's sweep, you might ask? Basically, every axe will have the sweep stat that determines how many logs it can break at once. Now this looks fun, right? Yeah, and the admins realized it. So most trees will also have toughness, which now have sweeping. You'll also have heart of the forest. That's basically repurposed heart of the mountain, triflic acid. There's also the Starlin sisters. So yeah, the community is gonna get more material. Ooh. They are similar to Jacob, but now you compete with yourself. There will also be mystic shielded mobs, so your items are worthless unless you use something to remove that shield. Okay, we finally know why there's a nymph connection. Basically, Galatea has an underwater or maybe an underground thing where you can actually suffocate really fast. Also, new lore, and we may have actual factions that matter in the game now. Basically, based on the number of members in a faction, the faction will get certain buffs. You can also find berries that can be used to craft hunting items. Basically, hunting is gonna be a new skill. Also, to that one guy who disliked here, Godspeed to you, sir. Now on the main server, they released the mining update, but I've already covered it twice, so I'll link both of the vids in the description. But there are some things I couldn't cover, didn't know, or were changed. They are planning on making Glacite tunnels part 2, and this thing being above the foraging announcement has worried me a little bit. But it's probably the 3 to 5 business days thing the king was talking about. They'll also add new NPCs, heart of the mountain related items, and Glacite themed fishing contests. Also, this guy was selling a bunch of claw fossils, so I decided to ask him why, and he told me this. Also, it seems it takes 3 days to forge the pets. Also, the admins buffed the chance of mineshaft spawning. You now have a 1 in 20,000 chance from Artstone, 1 in 1,000 for any gemstone, 1 in 2,000 for mithril, and finally 1 in 500 for titanium. Also, as always, the type of mineshaft spawn depends on the block you are breaking while trying to spawn the mineshaft. There's also a new update in the alpha server called Hoppity's Chocolate Factory that will appear during the in-game spring and will allow you to find chocolates that can be collected and rolled for chocolate rabbits. Speaking of chocolate rabbits, there are 395 unique rabbits at the moment, and if you get one twice, you'll get some extra chocolate. You can also get chocolate rabbits ranging from common to mythic, and they give different perks, but you can only have so many active at once. If you want more rabbits, you'll need to upgrade your pens. Now, these chocolate rabbits can be used to boost Hoppity's Chocolate Factory, where you play cookie clicker in the beginning and later you produce chocolate completely AFK. You can also upgrade it for more chocolate production, increased max capacity, and rabbit rarity I talked about earlier. You can also hire different tiers of rabbits to increase your chocolate yield. You can also upgrade the time tower to buff the factory even further, but it takes a lot of time to charge up. Also, Dante's back. Now here are some new items. The Supreme Chocolate Bar that can be used to gain plus 12 Cocoa Bean Fortune. The Egg Locator that can be used to find unclaimed eggs. The Chocolate Accessories that buff the chance to find unique rabbits. There's also the Cacao Truffle that gives plus 1 Fortune when consumed. Oh yes, Fortune. There's also the Mythic Rabbit now. And finally there's Zoro's Cape that allows you to get double medals. Also, the better mayors update may hit the alpha server in a few days. Basically, for non-special mayors, even if they don't win, they can still get second place and become a minister, which allows them to at least keep one of their perks. So that is a good. Also, some mayors may get their perks revamped, probably Diaz and Foxy. Also, Primal Dragon armor's set bonus has been nerfed, it seems. Basically, Primal Dragon would buff your stats by 20% based on the number of digits on your dragon kills. And people were getting insane stats with this. Like, it was the best armor for tank, melee and magic find at the same time. Also, this should come out after the Mayor update, but we don't know how much they've nerfed it. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. We need to wait for the admins to release it on alpha before we can check. Yeah, some fun stuff from the subreddit. It seems you can get the same commission twice. Probably a bug though. Here's this guy asking if you can put a rock on your mouse. And the TLDR is that you can't. Cause if you get macro checked, you done. As always, everyone's talking about the foraging update. Wait, this guy wants an alchemy update. This guy bought a treasure talisman for 710 mil. Yeah, that's just dumb. These guys mined the entire crystal hollows. Also a new dragon egg maybe? Probably not. Yeah, some people fishing in the hub portal for some reason. Also Skyblock 1, traditional Estonian medicine 0. Last week I talked about the dungeon guide mod being a rat. I decided to spend some money and asked an actual Java dev, and here's what they told me. So yeah, it's not a rat. Sorry about that. I'm holding the outro hostage until you sub.